What's up, everybody? I'm here to come to you with a video today on why, in my personal opinion, Kyler and Tory should hook up way more than Tory and Robby. Before I get into it, though, make sure you leave a comment down below. Most importantly, leave a comment down below. I love to compare our predictions and analysis and thoughts of things together. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Share the video if you can. If you feel someone else needs to see it, I'm sure there's somewhere out there who is. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Check out my other videos. Need all the views we can get. All right, so let's get into this. So, a lot of people are speculating that Robby will be... very bad kid, under crease now in Cobra Kai, but, maybe possibly finally have a redemption story when it comes to, leaving Cobra Kai, not on that, but finally coming, close to his dad and possibly joining Miyagi-Do at the end of Season 4. Now, this all depends, in my opinion, whether the tournament is at the end of the season or the start of the season, because it's just going to be at one of the two. And I'm having trouble understanding now, but I really think if it's at the start of the season, Robby is going to be in the final match, whether it's either Hawk or Miguel. And he's going to be fighting incredibly dirty, especially if it's Hawk. That's my opinion right now, that Hawk will be in the final match. Because it's just realistically, now that's a stronger chance if the tournament is at the very start of Season 4. Now, if it is at the end, Miguel may recover just as fast as he recovers. Miguel may be fighting. I still believe, even though then it's kind of a little bit unrealistic. And but I think this season we're going to see Hawk go through a big time transition. He's going to be regretting all the bad things he's done. Throughout the end of Season 1, Season 2, especially in the in half of it, and basically all through Season 3. Honestly, all the bad stuff he did. And Hawk, and Daniel, I think are going to have a lot of just man-to-man conversations on how to, make Hawk a better man, because he isn't 100% improved, obviously, already, and I think it is possible that he might even confess to trashing the dojo. Now, he better make a little excuses to it, like, oh, back then, I was ordered, I was, badly taught, there's no such thing as a bad student, remember, only a bad teacher, and, because Kreese is really the one that put that in his head. Not that exact idea, but the reason he even did that in the first place. So, anyway, but, now Hawk, I think, has a good chance of winning All Valley. Even starting chance to start Season 4. But getting back to the main topic here, Robby, if the All Valley is at the start of Season 4, I think he's going to become a good guy. Maybe some events will happen. Maybe they'll even reenact the whole scene that happened at the start of Karate Kid, the second film, where, obviously we saw what Kreese did to Johnny. They might even do that and Johnny come over there and save, potentially save Robby. And that causes Robby to leave the dojo. Because I think he's going to leave the dojo whenever he loses the tournament. I think that's going to be his redemption story, whether it's at the start of Season 4 or at the end of Season 4, and regardless of that whole, scene, if it happens where Kreese chokes Robby, breaks his trophy, throws him off the team, they completely reenact that basically 100%. But here's why I believe that Robby and Tory is not a good couple. It is not. Listen, it's just not. Something seems wrong about it. Now, maybe it's because I'm not the biggest Robby fan, but depending on whether it's at the start of Season 4 or at the end of Season 4, the All Valley Tournament, if it is at the end of Season 4, they're likely going to be dating pretty much the whole season until the end. Basically, but you would also, hold on a minute, you would have also thought that about Hawk this season, even though, and he also turned good at the very end of Season 3, and, there was just, a little, in the garage, when Tory told him, you better watch your back, and Dimitri basically told her he won't have to, he's got friends watching his back for him, standing up for, his friend who saved his butt in the fight, which is Hawk, obviously, who saved Dimitri's butt. And, and you never saw Tory and Hawk get together. Now, me personally, honestly, never expected that for two reasons. One, it's because Tory and Hawk really don't, they're just not made for each other either. I think that Tory would be able to discover Hawk's inner weakness and, immaturity pretty easily. And reason number 2, honestly, that's not part really of the love triangle, and that's not right, and I really didn't expect that to happen. But another reason you could say is because I honestly thought that Hawk wouldn't have to wait the whole entire season to go through his transition, which I definitely expected to happen going back to Miyagi. Now, you can check out my first video on this channel just for proof if you don't believe me right now. I've been, talking trash and talking smack and, giving people down the road about it pretty much every video since about how right I was about this, and I'm sure nobody else really believed me out there. But yeah, but here's the thing. I know Tory and Kyler's not in the love triangle, but it would make a good rivalry. Tory and Hawk would not make a good rivalry. Now, obviously, Tory and Robby would, but Tory and Kyler would too. I mean, you got to think about this. Sam, and I honestly thought that Tory and Kyler would end up together this season, because I honestly, me personally, wasn't expecting Robby and Tory to get together, and I'm still, gutted about it happening. I was expecting, after the trailer, and I had potential thoughts of it. Never made a video about it, though, because I wasn't that confident about Robby joining Cobra Kai, and then it was pretty clear, in the after the trailer that he pretty much obviously would, but after he talked to Kreese that way, you never knew what would happen. It took 3.5 episodes basically to finally get to it, three-fourths of episodes actually, to be exact. But yeah, Kyler and Tory would get a good relationship, because that's Sam's 2 worst enemies on that show, okay? Kyler embarrassed the heck out of her, and you know just how much of an enemy Tory is of Sam and how scared she is of her. And obviously, that's basically Miguel's biggest bully, and with Kyler in the show, their rivalry, Kyler and Miguel's rivalry has been reformed. I mean, they were fighting each other the entire time at the ending Rumble at the end of Season 3 at the LaRusso home. And, that's Miguel's biggest bully on that show. And Tory's obviously a disliked character now of his because he's his ex. And when it comes to Tory and Robby, that's just not right. I don't like, it's sick, honestly. I don't like that. It's just not good. And I think that Robby, it's very potential if Robby does go to the end of, does it do his transition due to the tournament being at the end of Season 4 and, him losing in it for Cobra Kai. If he doesn't do that until all the way to end of Season 4, heck no, they might not even do it just like the Karate Kid films, which in Season 1 there was definitely things happening like Kreese coming in to, Cobra Kai at the dojo at the very end of Season 1. They want to provide you with at least 3 surprises at the end, at the end of each and every single season. So it won't just be the tournament, and that, the tournament itself will be one, and then I think Robby going through his transition will be one if the tournament yet is at the end of the season. But if it is at the end of the season, Robby does not go through his transition, I'm afraid we're going to be seeing Robby and Tory. I just don't want that. Kyler and Tory is so much better, because we get to see things like maybe Kyler giving Tory money for months. He lives up in the hills. He's a rich kid. He saw the Jeep he drives, but I don't know. I'm just afraid it's going to happen. Kyler and Tory will be a better one, though. And if Robby does, leave Cobra Kai at the end of Season 4, if the tournament is then, which is looking very possible now, I don't know if they're going to have Kyler in it again, but he'll definitely inherit if one of my next videos, I don't want to spoil that, believe it or not. If he, basically is still the strongest Cobra and they have not recruited another one, besides Robby, if Robby, is the main character, in Cobra Kai. What I'm trying to say here is if he comes out right now, if there's not another character they've recruited that's stronger than Kyler, if Robby comes out right now, Kyler inherits that King Cobra position. He just does, and Tory would be right behind him, and they would be, the 2 best Cobras, basically Hawk and Tory were for such a long time in Season 3, but they never dated, like we was just talking about a minute ago and already went over. Kyler and Tory would inherit those 2 best positions, and I think they would just make a perfect match, honestly, because it would create a big rivalry still in Season 5. But who knows? I don't know if Kyler's going to be in it that long, in the show that long, but I hope so. I like his character, honestly. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Leave a comment down below. It's the most important thing. Just please leave a comment. Love to compare to my predictions and your predictions and your analysis and thoughts on this theory to mine. Share the video if you can. I'm sure somebody else that would like to see this video. And we need all the views we can get. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content. Check out my other content on this channel. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.